We got a lot of unbelievable people and people with great integrity in the building. So, it makes it a little bit easier to finish out this year, knowing that the people that we do have in the building. But it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I feel like I can't even look my guy, Coach Andy Reid, in his eyes right now, just because I feel like I disappoint or I just let him down in some way somehow throughout the year, and let it get to this point.
You let down Andy Reid?
Of course, yeah. That's my fearless leader.
Why do you feel that way?
I just feel like it's my job to go out there and make it happen, and that's kind of the pride that I've always played with, especially playing for him, knowing how hard he works and how prepared he always is. And I don't know. I feel like you got to look yourself in the mirror and put the biggest expectations on yourself to be able to get it done. And I know that's not always realistic, but at the same time, it's helped me become the player that I am today.
Yeah, but 13 seasons in the league. This is your 11th time making the Pro Bowl. Congratulations on that. But you had a really good year.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, each game is different. When you look at the grand scheme of things, it's a little different than the certain situations that I felt like I've let the team down or I didn't play at my best, and things like that. But at the same time, it's just sitting here disappointed and letting the season get to this point.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, you had a really good year, a Pro Bowl year. You led the team in catches, yards, touchdown catches, all that stuff. In fact, you had a great year. You also are the leading guy, the guy in that category throughout the whole history of the Kansas City Chiefs. How does that feel?
Sitting here talking to the guy that I share the tight end room with. Obviously, how much I've appreciated you and you just being a mentor to me. That and being Tony Gonzalez and trying to chase your greatness, man. Thank you for being as great as you were, because I feel like that drove me to want to be the greatest version of myself. And knowing that you could do it here and you can, have the career that you had here in Kansas City and just the mentor that you are. Obviously, the records are, it's a team game. I know I'm very fortunate that I came here into Kansas City with a guy like Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes and all my other teammates that helped me, accumulate all those yards and all those catches and all that. But at the end of the day, I know that this place is special because of the people that were here before me, and it's been awesome to keep that legacy going.
Well, the way you talk about coming in, right when I was leaving, you were coming in.
Oh yeah,
and we've been in communication for a long time since you got in the league.
Oh, yeah.
Alan Wright, I think.
Alan Wright who hooked us up. Hall of Famer Alan Wright.
Is he a Hall of Famer now?
Oh yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
He's an equipment manager. He hooked us up, and I remember he was calling me. He texted me and he said, "Hey, we got a guy out here who, third round pick." He's all, "But don't be fooled by that. This guy can play." And he hooked us up.
Oh yeah,
and we've been communicating ever since. But
I remember the day, man. They probably got me on the cameras pacing up and down the hallway because I was talking to Tony Gonzalez. Man, it was crazy, dude.
But I've really loved the way you've done it your way. I've always called you my alter ego, because of the way you play the game. I was always so tight. I was just I wanted to do, don't say too much, don't rock the boat too much, but you did it completely opposite of the way I did it. You Frank Sinatra did. It was my way. And from, throwing a flag on the ref, from bumping Andy Reid in the Super Bowl, from the speeches after the game, you got to fight for your right to party, all that stuff. I've really admired that. I don't even know if that's a question. I just admire that about you.
I appreciate that. Well, you gave me that advice. You said don't hold back, man. Be yourself out there. And I think Coach Reid has that message as well. It's kind of just been, I've been given the green light to just go out there and just be myself and show everybody how much I love this game and I love, going out there and putting everything out there on the field. And I appreciate that, though, man. You already know.
Well, it's been fun to watch. It's really been fun to watch. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. Where's it at over there? Christmas Day, last game at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Will that be the last time you walk down that tunnel in front of the home crowd?
That's a good question, man. I think I'm still searching for those answers. I think, obviously the way this one ended with a sour taste in my mouth, I feel motivated, but I got to make the right decision for me. And I got to hope that, if I do want to come back, the Chiefs are willing to bring me back. So it's a two-way street on that. But at the same time, man, at this point in this year, I'm just trying to finish out and give Chiefs Kingdom everything I got, and go out there and do it with some that flair that you said I play with, man.
Yeah. Well, who's helping you make that decision?
Well, obviously, I got one guy in my back pocket that called it quits when he was 36 years old, and being my brother.
Yeah,
being my
yeah.
brother. And then I got another guy in my pocket that called it quits when he was 37 years old, being you. And so I'm sitting here, I'm asking myself, what was it for you that what was it that helped you find that answer?
Well, for me, the reason I kept coming back, because I was going to retire a little bit before. And honestly, I thought last year you guys were going to win the Super Bowl and then you were going to retire at the Super Bowl. You decided to come back. But for me, it was chasing that. And that's where I look at you. There's nothing else left. I mean, you are one of the greatest tight ends of all time, if not the greatest. You have won Super Bowl rings. You have been all pro. You have done stuff off the field. You have stuff waiting for you after the season's over. The sky is the limit on what your next chapter is going to be. So that's
and
where
who knows what that's going to be.
Yeah, and who knows what that's going to be, but you have that opportunity. So that's for me, that's what went into it. It was like, okay, what am I looking for after this season is over? And, I was in Atlanta at the time. We had won 2 games. So I knew, like, okay, if I come back here, we're probably not going to win the Super Bowl. So that was a big part of it. Okay. And I had finished everything I wanted to accomplish as a player individually. And I said, all right, well, I guess a Super Bowl is just not in the cards for me. But for you, that's not the case. So when you look at all that, does that factor into your mind? Okay, what would I be coming back for? What would you be coming back for if you do come back?
Just the fact that I know when it's over, it's over. And I feel like, I don't know, like I still have a lot of love for this game, man. It's, if I feel like if I came back, it'd be to, answer that flame in my heart that I still love this thing. And, I've been very fortunate to handle things on the field and off the field, to be able to set myself up and follow the footsteps of guys like Tony Gonzalez into the booth, if that's something that I want to do. And, obviously stay around the game somehow, some way. Other avenues like acting, like my guy Tony Gonzalez, just keep following him I'm just following him everywhere he's going right now. I'm very fortunate that you guys have opened those avenues and made it a success to where guys like me can, maybe find that answer after football. But, I got to find out if that's, the next chapter, or if I'm still, young and hungry and ready to play some football, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, who's going to be at the game tomorrow? Who's coming?
We got the fam. The fam's coming in. Mom, dad, fiancé, family.
Brother.
Yeah.
Jason coming?
Jason won't be in town. He's got the 4 girls celebrating Christmas out in Philly. So
I'm trying to think, like, okay, because maybe you don't want to tell us.
Jason and them came to last week. They wanted to come to a noon game.
Okay, because I remember my last game.
Yeah, so they can get the little ones in and out.
High school coaches coming tomorrow? Anything like that?
No, they came last week too.
Okay. I'm just saying.
It's Christmas. It's a hard game for everyone to get to.
I'm just saying, my last game, I invited my high school coaches, my basketball coach, my high school football coach, all the people that have ever been there for me throughout the history of my career. Because I knew it was it though. Right. So I'm trying to see if there's a little insight there. But when you walk out there, we all know how great the Kansas City Chief fandom is. Isn't it the best? Like,
if it was just Sundays, man, I feel like I could play till I'm 50, man. Uh-huh. But obviously, there's so much that goes into it. Arrowhead being Arrowhead, man. The game day atmosphere, playing in front of them, getting a first down, getting a touchdown, and seeing them go crazy, man. Those will be memories that I cherish. No matter when I hang them up, man. I'll be old and gray thinking about those moments.
You will, yeah. So for the fans, one of the coolest things that ever happened to me, and you were there, I was on the Falcons and I'd come back to play the Chiefs, and they introduced me during the pregame show, the pregame. Mm-hmm. They said, let's welcome back Tony Gonzalez, and the fans. They gave me the biggest shower.
It's giving me chills just thinking about it.
It gives me goosebumps too. Okay. Like seriously, it was one of the coolest things out there. Tomorrow, in front of that crowd, that was one of those things too. I was like, if you were going to retire, to give them a chance to shower you, because that was one of the coolest feelings I've ever had in my career. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think, you know, they've showered me enough with everything that in this community, being, having the honor of being the Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee for the Chiefs yet again, and how much, they know I care about this community, and, how much this community cares about itself, to be able to, you know, latch on and want to support it, or at least want to support all the, you know, stuff that I've done with the foundation and things like that, man. This city is, it's special, man. It's special, and I love playing for them.
Yeah. Well, I guess my best advice for you too is to really make sure you enjoy it, just in case this is the last time. It is a weird feeling, you know, putting on your shoulder pads before the game, walking down that tunnel, feeling the cleats hit the ground, that sound that it makes, knowing that this is going to be the last time I'm going to do it. Well, for you, in front of the home crowd, obviously you have one more game after this. Yeah. So make sure you savor it. Enjoy that moment.
You know it, baby.
Let's talk about Patrick Mahomes. He's out towards ACL. First of all, I mean, reflect back on your career. I mean, we're here at 1587.
How about it?
He's one of your best friends.
How about it? That's my guy.
Playing with him all these years, what do you take from that? What has that relationship been like?
You know, it's he's family now, man. You know, I think through all the hard work and, you know, all the family time that we've had outside the facility and outside the building, man, there'll definitely never be a goodbye to him. It'll just be like another day in the life with Patty Mahomes. But I think what he's been in my career up to this point is obviously you can't measure it. It's all the little things that you see manifest out there onto the field that we're working on every single week, every single off season, getting to understand, you know, how he sees the game and just trying to be an outlet for him, man. When he came in the league, man, he took this thing by storm, man, and it's been a fun ride ever since he's been at the helm. Yeah, well, you too. I mean, that's both you guys taking it by storm. The connection that you guys had on that field was unlike anything I've ever seen. I mean, it's Jerry Rice and Joe Montana, very few guys like Gronk and Tom. Like it's going to go down in history as one of the best. And have you thought about maybe that being over and him throwing his last pass to you? That was a harsh reality when I got asked that. I forget who exactly asked me that I did a press interview last week, and I was like, oh man, that's a dark way to look at it, man. I think I don't know, I'll always be able to go out there in the backyard slinging around with the old Texas gunslinger, man. But you know, that day's gonna come, and if it's already happened, I can feel pretty content on how many times he's connected on the field with me, and how much success and how much fun we've had playing this game, man.
Well, I guess last thing I want to tell you is thank you. Really, I mean that, because, you know, the closest I ever got to a Super Bowl, well, in Atlanta, we went to NFC Championship game, but I don't even know if you remember. I was at the game when you guys won it the first time.
Come on, man. I remember
Miami.
like it was yesterday.
Do you remember
what happened? The first one I hugged when I knew I won it, dude.
That's what it is. You're coming off to the sideline, and you're going back, and you guys it was over. And got to give you a big hug, got to give you a handshake. Oh, yeah. And that is the closest I ever came. And I really felt like we won.
We did, baby.
So I want to thank you for that.
I was just passing along the legacy, baby. You already know.
But that was one of the coolest moments ever. I'm
right there with you.
Being there with you for that. And I'm proud to be able to be here just in case this is your last one in front of that on Christmas Day, in front of the home crowd. You've done it the right way on and off the field. And I know the future is bright for you. Whatever you do, you're going to go out there and crush it like you always do. And hopefully you come work for us.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. You already know. I'll just keep following your footsteps. You know what I mean? You're the best. I appreciate you, dog.
At a crucial and unforgiving stage of the NFL season, Travis Kelce has found himself under a spotlight he is not accustomed to facing. The Kansas City Chiefs star tight end, long celebrated for his reliability and postseason brilliance, is now confronting an unusual wave of criticism. A stretch of uneven performances has culminated in a costly missed fourth-quarter play during the Chiefs' December 7, 2025 loss to the Houston Texans. That single moment proved decisive, allowing the Texans to secure a victory that severely damaged Kansas City's hopes of reaching the Super Bowl. As playoff margins tighten and every snap carries enormous weight, attention has shifted beyond the football field. Kelce's high-profile relationship with global pop icon Taylor Swift has become a central topic of debate. Swift, fresh off her record-breaking Eras tour, has dominated headlines worldwide, drawing unprecedented levels of attention. With fame, pressure, and expectation colliding at a critical point in the season, questions are emerging about whether this level of public scrutiny is affecting Kelce's focus and performance. Kelce and Swift have been one of the most talked about celebrity couples of the year. Swift's tour, reportedly generating over $2 billion, has shattered industry records and placed her at the center of international attention. Her constant presence at Chiefs games, often alongside celebrity friends such as Selena Gomez, has added to the media frenzy surrounding the relationship. While many fans have embraced the pairing, others argue that the constant spotlight could be taking a toll on Kelce's mental game. According to one insider, Kelce remains fiercely competitive despite the distractions. Like any top athlete, Travis is all about winning, the source said. When things aren't going the team's way, he takes it pretty badly. The insider added that the emotional impact of losses extends beyond the field, explaining that Swift often absorbs those emotions alongside him, transforming shared experiences into creative expression. While the relationship appears supportive, the intensity of both their careers raises questions about balance. Critics point to moments like the dropped pass late in the Texans game at Arrowhead Stadium as evidence that something may be off. That single mistake, occurring in the final moments, proved devastating. Not only did it cost the Chiefs a vital win, but it also intensified scrutiny of Kelce's recent performances. For a player known for delivering in high-pressure situations, the error felt symbolic of a season teetering on the edge. In an unusual move, Kelce broke his long-standing habit of avoiding post-game media interviews. Instead, he addressed reporters directly from the locker room, speaking with visible emotion and determination. He promised to make a lasting impact on what could potentially be his final season. That comment immediately sparked speculation about retirement, adding another layer of uncertainty to an already turbulent narrative. Whether the remark reflected frustration, motivation, or a deeper internal struggle remains unclear. Kelce's situation highlights the challenge of balancing personal relationships with professional expectations, especially when both partners are global celebrities. While Swift continues a meticulously executed world tour, crossing continents with precision and consistency, Kelce remains immersed in the relentless grind of the NFL season. The contrast between their professional trajectories has only fueled public debate. Fan reaction has been sharply divided. Many have taken to social media to defend Kelce, urging critics to back off and recognize his long-standing contributions to the Chiefs' success. Others, however, have questioned whether the timing of the relationship has coincided with a noticeable decline in his statistical output. Sports commentators note that Kelce's numbers have dipped since August, when the relationship became public. While correlation does not necessarily imply causation, the timing has fueled speculation. The Chiefs now find themselves in a precarious position. The loss to Houston has left their playoff path uncertain, with only a handful of games remaining. Securing a postseason spot will require resilience, focus, and leadership, qualities Kelce has long embodied. Head coach Andy Reid has publicly backed his star tight end, describing him as a consummate professional and fierce competitor. Behind the scenes, however, there is growing concern about whether Kelce can pull himself out of the current downturn. Kelce's promise to make this season memorable suggests he understands the stakes, whether that means renewed focus, a reevaluation of priorities, or a looming career transition remains to be seen. For now, the contrast is striking. Swift's tour represents flawless execution and global triumph, while Kelce's season hangs in the balance. As the NFL approaches its final weeks, all eyes will be on whether the Chiefs and Kelce himself can rise above the noise and deliver when